Alright crew, welcome back to another afternoon. We left Burrup a couple of days ago. We didn't end up getting out to James Price Point or anything like that, having a look around, but we did spend a little bit of time in the city and went to the markets, etc., as you saw in the footage. But we're in Karratha at the moment. We've taken 2 days to get here. Stopped at a free camp on the way through at De Grey's River. Nice little spot, pretty open, pretty big area, which was nice. And then from there through to Karratha, I think it took 5 hours from Burrup to get to De Grey's. And then I think about 2.5 hours from there through to Karratha. So we're in an overflow section in town. They've just opened up. There's 100 spaces there. They open up for the tourist season as such, and it's just $16 a night, which is pretty good. But we just ducked out to Dampier this afternoon. It was 25 k's from Karratha. I just want to have a look at some fishing spots. And I think it's called Hearson's Cove. I'll throw some drone footage up for you. What a specky little spot. But I didn't realise it was low tide. And I'm assuming the tides are still pretty high here. So I'll suss out those tide times and might pop back in a day or two. Book the car in to get its 20,000 k service on Tuesday. That's going to sting me just over $500, unfortunately, but I've got to get it done. So yeah, so this afternoon I think we're just going to hang out here. We're just taking Pup for a bit of a walk, and we're just collecting some shells on the beach. There's some pretty cool looking shells here. But yeah, nice drive into Karratha. The countryside's definitely different to what we've seen. It's it's very cool. Just unfortunately there wasn't too many places I could pull over and throw the drone up. Else, I reckon I would have got some pretty nice footage. So that's it from me for this afternoon. Out to probably Cossack, I think it is. Cossack Old Town tomorrow. Have a bit of a look around there. The info centre said that they're actually going to shut that down, all the old historical buildings and stuff out there. Allegedly the government doesn't want to fund any more into that, so that'll close down. So we'll duck out there tomorrow and suss that out. We'll bring you along for the ride. But yeah, that's it. Just going to hang out here, collect some shells. We'll either see you later on the Savi, or we'll catch up with you tomorrow. Oh, we've just popped up to the Karratha Tank Hill Lookout, it's called. Bit windy up here, so apologies for the wind noise. So are we 54 metres above sea level? So you can see why it's the tank lookout. Maybe water tanks up there. Not a bad view though. I'd send the drone up, but I think it's a bit windy. Try and block some of this wind noise with my hands. So yeah, I'm surprised so far with Karratha. To be honest, I didn't know what to expect, but yeah, quietly enjoying it. We've only been here, what, maybe 4 hours? Nice little spot. Definitely throw this one on your list. What do you think of Karratha so far? I was just saying I've quietly enjoyed it.
I have too. I think it's a hidden little gem. There's lots of things to see and do, and
yes, we're going to skip this place. To be honest, we're going to bypass it. Where's Mum and Bill at the moment? Where are they at?
Port.
Is it Port Hedland?
Port Hedland.
Yeah, they've ducked into Port Hedland. Mum's got a cousin there, so they've ducked there, and we were just going to mosey on. towards the Ningaloo coast. Then in the end we thought, nah, you know what, we'll drop in to Karratha. As I said, we found this spot to camp for $16 a night, which was nice. So this has allowed us to hang out here for a few days and have a look around. So we'll do that. So yeah, I think if we had to pay for another caravan park, we would have given this one the flick, but $16 a night's pretty good.
Yeah, you're not going to find many places for...
No, you won't find many places.
$8 a night each.
No, yeah, well basically, it's basically $16 no matter how many people. So, you know, $16 just for a campsite. Brilliant. I mean, no water, got to be self-contained, no power, but $16.
That's why you...
Yeah, that's why you pay $16.
That's why you come prepared.
Yeah. Well, when you say come prepared, I forgot to empty the grey water tank, so yeah, do something with that tonight. Maybe just quietly open it slowly tonight and just let it dribble onto the ground. Man, she's windy up here. I'll call it quits for now. That wind noise is probably hammering through the camera. And we'll catch up with you a little bit later. Alright, well we've made it out to Cossack this morning. Historical town. And yeah, right on the water. We've just pulled up at the first historical site here. It's a schoolhouse. So it was built in 1883. The crazy thing here is got in 1897, school was a scene of a tragedy when 10-year-old Laura stood on a rusty nail while playing in the schoolyard. The wound became infected. The child died of tetanus or lockjaw. So the girl's now buried in the Cossack cemetery. Beautiful old building though. So I think I got it wrong the other day. The government doesn't want to pay their insurances, so people can go in and actually have a look at the buildings, which is a shame. Although this is our first stop, this looks like history at its finest. Beautiful old building. Well, you can actually go inside it. Let's pop around this other side here. Boss taking photos. Get out of the way. So yeah, the old school back in the 1880s. So I think there must be a historical trail you can follow because this is number 3. But we haven't even got up to the main town yet. We've just seen this and pulled off. Just too excited. Anyway, we'll duck up a bit further. I'll try and get the drone up later too, so you can just see the water over the other side there. Looks like the town. I don't know if that's a river over there, Tone, or I don't know if it's built on the side of a river or it's just a bay or something like that. But yeah, we'll figure it out. We'll let you know. Yeah, the tramway as well. So there's a tram line just next to the school. Yeah, cool. All right, we'll mosey on. Maybe we'll go into town and just suss it out, see what we need to do. Merchant store, shipping, stock, mining, general commissions agents, bought and sold pearls and pearl shells. Doesn't say when it was built though. The building was restored in 1984.
Yeah, because it was destroyed.
Partial stations also changed hands and merged until 1898. So yeah, obviously 1800s at some stage. See if I can duck inside and have a quick look. Yeah, by the looks of it, there's I don't know, it must be like a kids festival on because it's all kids paintings and stuff like that. So I don't know if it's to do with the local schools or local town. Good thing though, we found a mobile boost. General Courthouse over the back here. Cool little spot. Might have been better to come back when there was no festival on, so you could have a good look around. So what was the history of the place?
It started off as a pearling port. Aboriginal slaves were brought here, held on a ship overnight and then sent down diving. Then it became apparent that so many of them were either died of drowning or eaten by sharks or crocodiles, that there was a big outroar. So then Asian pearlers were brought in and who were paid, and that sort of started changing the industry as such.
Yeah, interesting. So an old pearling town. Here we go, old bakehouse. Built in 1890. Housed a baker's oven. Supplied fresh bread to Cossack. Wow, how cool is this? I wonder how many people were in the town though. Like if this is the bakehouse, look how small it is. Yeah, I mean, like,
but a lot of people did their own baking.
you reckon?
To go to the bakery.
Oh, I don't know about that. You need a good bakery. Alright, we'll stumble across the old jail. Built in 1897. Here we go. Offences that the police charged people with were mainly being drunk, disorderly, obscene and profound language, drunken and incapable, assault, theft, and absconding from a crew. Well, there we go. There we go. The first suspected case of leprosy in a road-borne district was that of a Chinese cook who had worked on several pastoral stations where cases of leprosy subsequently occurred. Oh wow. Very cool. That's it, you're done. Yeah. Alright, so Cossack police, 1866 police officers arrived in Port Walcott. Oh, hang on. Sorry, I lost. What happened? Yeah, I forgot I locked her in. Alright, so where are we? 1866 police officers arrived in Port Walcott. 1867, Port Walcott Police Station, 1 corporal, 2 mounted police and 3 native trackers. 1868, Water Police present. 1874, Cossack Police Station reopened. 1915, Cossack Police Station closed. Western Australian Police Force statistics. So 1862 there was 101 police officers. 1871 146, 1872 108. 1877 there was 103 police officers, 40 native assistants. 1878 96 officers, 20 native assistants, and 1889 200 police officers. Be interesting to know what native assistance means. Natives, I'm assuming Aboriginals. Just wondering what they did. Yeah, this is really cool. This is probably the best showing of Australian history I've ever been to, or I've ever seen so far. Definitely a bucket list. Yeah, as I said, get yourself out to Karratha. Base yourselves there. Shootouts of these places. Yeah, blow your mind. Look at Puppy down here. It's been patient. Aren't you, bud? Abe? Been patient? Been a bit testing though today, aren't you? Might have to lock him up in here for a while, Tone. Alright, catch up with you soon. I just ducked out to Cleaverville on the way back from Cossack. You can camp out here, but pretty popular. It's 13 k's on a dirt road, but the dirt road was fantastic. Corrugations, but you wouldn't know they were there, so I'd assume they'd maintain it because it's so popular. Anyway, I'm just going to walk through here. I'll just see if Tony and Pup can get here. If so, we'll walk up through and spend some time fishing. Oh. Already quite a few people here, wow. Far out, how nice is this? Water's crystal clear. Alright, I'll catch up with you shortly. Alright, well that area was chock-a-block full of people, so we've just driven around a little bit further. Just come down to this little bay. Oh. We'll yeah, have a flick out there with a popper and see how we go. Water's crystal clear. Quite a cool little spot. Oh, see how we go. There you go, buddy's got the right idea. In the shade. Bloody hot down here. Well, there's no fish, but there's plenty of shells and bits of coral and so forth to look at, which is really cool. It's like having a little treasure hunt. Take you down here. I don't know if the camera will pick this up, how clear this water is. Crystal clear. Beautiful. Yeah, nice little spot. And we might pack up. We'll head back up and we'll head along the coastline. There's plenty more campsites, so we're just curious to see what that all looks like. Maybe on our next lap around, we can book in a bit earlier. So apparently it's free in the off season, but I don't even know if you can camp here in the off season. I don't know what that looks like. You know, is it rainy, shitty weather, windy, and then obviously peak season you pay. Well, yeah, very cool, very cool. All right, catch up with this in a bit. Very cool, just come to the red dog statue on the way through into Dampier. You tearing up over a red dog?
I am.
Why?
Because the movie's so sad.
Yeah.
He's such a beautiful dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Glad you came to see this.
Oh, very glad. One of the reasons why we came to Dampier.
You're a dick. You cried, had you?
Oh dear.
While our dog sits patiently in the car,